He's about to get out towards the 150. Bastille Beggar hit the lead. Blue Eagle on the outside is now after him, followed by Rifle running home at the 100-metre mark, and Bastille Beggar tackled by Blue Eagle. Blue Eagle ranged up on the outside, grabbed the lead, and the Derby's ours. Blue Eagle wins the Victoria Derby. God bless you. Second, Bastille Beggar. Third, Rifleman. Then BTT. In behind them.
What a moment for Brian and the owners, but imagine calling it. I mean, Brian Martin's done it with Fields of Omar, but geez, you battle to get the words together across at any time, let alone bloody call your own horse winning a derby.
Yeah, and it's just it's how the industry is. We love every part of it, and I sort of miss it a fair bit, But you got to move on, and you got to spend more time having a bit of fun. I was working 80 hours a week to catch up. Going back in, from probably 2000 to 2013, because I went through a divorce and that sort of stuff, and I wasn't making as much money as a bookie, but we got back on top, and we've retired okay.
Yeah, that's good. The text says, "Hi, I've grown up listening to 927 from back in the days prior to that at 3DB, then 3UZ to now. It's been the soundtrack of my life. From the great Bill Collins, Brian Markovic's trot calls, Ron Hawkswell's greyhound calls, the Brecky show with Half, and the great Dean Lester. Thank you, 927. I'll never forget you, Laura from Footscray." Thank you, Laura. But let me remind you that 927 continues to do racing. I know morning program will change, but give it a crack. It's up to every individual. Whether you like it or dislike it, that's everybody's own choice. But the racing will continue to stay on 927. Patrick Doyle, who's been on today, John and boys are going to be on the weekends. You'll get Gator and Mark Hunter on a Saturday morning at 8 o'clock. So to you, the listener, who for mine is the most important thing of all, give it a crack, because 927 will still have racing going forward. Hutchie, the other one that I wanted to replay to get your thoughts.
Courage Under Fire second, right around the outside, at it again, pulling out. 3 wide, safe and sound. Admiral's Avenue awaiting the express post lane. Favourites under the whip, Courage Under Fire, as they turn into the straight slug of Gin Bang Swamp. Here comes Shaker Maker, let loose with a run. Look at him go. Shaker Maker hit the lead with John Justice. He's from British fella. In Victorian Quinella. Shaker's done it. Shaker Maker's won the Dominion. John Justice and Shaker Maker have beaten his then came...
you can remember it like it was yesterday, Hutchie, when you hear Dan Malecki's voice and Shaker Maker getting the Interdom.
Oh, unbelievable. Yeah, it was, I think Lance ran one too.
Yes.
Yeah, that was an amazing race. One of the best we've seen. Probably best I've seen in Australia, Poppy. Best harness horse ever by 50 metres in all hearts. And Steve Warren said to me once, not only is this horse the best racehorse I've ever seen, but the best equine I've ever seen, Mary's Idol.
Okay, he... I mean, there were stars in that time. That was harness racing at its best then, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Hutchie, I've got a text. Hey, Andrew, we used to tune into Hutchie with his form preview on the way to the trots. We started on the drinks and the beers with Hutchie, as we called it. So there's a number of texts coming through that late in the afternoon or into the evening or whenever it might have been enjoying live Hutchie, but many of the listeners...
After the trots, mate, it was a smorgasbord. It was just fun.
It was. Hearing from Hutchie reminds me of the Greyhound version, Neil Brown. Neil, if you're listening, you were a legend at the same time that Hutchie was on. You were doing regular Greyhound updates. And Neil, we want to thank you for that from all of the listeners that took it in your time, Neil. So good luck to you. Hutchie, we're going to move on. We thank you for sparing us a few minutes late afternoon on a Sunday, and thank you for being a part of the Hitter Station.
And I'm so happy to be remembered by so many people out there. I'm chuffed. All you tried to do in your harness life was trying to help people out and trying to win it.
Good
Thanks,
on,
mate.
Keep well. Thanks, mate. Bill Hutchison, or Hutchie, as we knew him when he was on 3UZ into Sport 927, and now lives in Queensland. And let's hope health-wise that everything is okay there. G'day, team. Peter from Wangaratta. I hope there's no significant departure from the format we're used to. At 77, I enjoyed the best of my life and the information and the fun you have given. As I said, Peter, give it a crack, and I hope that everything goes forward. The racing is going to be there. The 8 o'clock Saturday morning preview is going to be there with David Gately and with Mark Hunter and Miles Fitzner from the new management. So looking forward to that on a Saturday morning between 8 and 9. Just want to say thank you. I should pre-read these, shouldn't I?
Be careful.
I've got to be very careful.
Although what can they do? We've got 25 minutes left.
Well, what can they do? Can they take me off the air? Good evening, all. Good evening, all. Sad day. I feel like I'm losing a friend. I'm a big harness racing fan. Absolutely love the glory days of harness racing. Guys like Hutchie, Hamilton, McGuan, and best of all, Mick Gurin. Mostly with harness racing and 927. Thanks for all your help backing winners and losers, even dead heaters. But most of them, all thanks to you for your friendship and entertainment. God bless, James. James, thank you very much for that very kind message. I hope Paul Langham gets in tonight. Great on Christmas days a few times. Paul was a coordinator just like you, Patrick. He recently worked in Sydney for Sky Sports Radio. Left there a couple of years ago now, but Paul certainly featured on 927 at different times. Hoss, Peter Eustace, when you first come to Sale, brought you to our house on the Sale Maffra Road. Spiros. G'day, Spiros. Sadly, we lost our good mate a few years ago now, but there's many people that still think very fondly of the days that Peter Eustace was calling around Gippsland and the Latrobe Valley. What have we got? Sale due in about 6 minutes. We're going to give Brendan Delaney a call.
We can, yeah. Do you want me to give him a call?
Give him a call to see whether he answers, because we actually, when we crossed to the last at Seymour, he gave us a bit of a push-up. But because I crossed late to him, we missed it. So give him a call and we'll let him give us another mention. 0416 90 50 52 if you want to send a text message through from 6 o'clock. We'll be reminiscing with 6 hours of racing and radio. Combination of the two going back to 3UZ days up until right now. So 6 hours of reminiscing from midnight. The new owners will take over the ownership of RSN, and then tomorrow morning it's morning program, and then of course it's from clock. You've got racing, and then from midday, Patrick Doyle. Now, have you been down to the new studios?
I've had a little look-see.
Are you feeling confident that on the first day you're not going to stuff it up?
I think a stuff-up's bound to happen tomorrow. I think. It took a while to learn these ones, so we might be a bit clunky for the first couple, John and I, but we'll get through it.
Yeah, you'll get through it. All right, let's replay some of those replays that we've got from years gone by. John Russell, JR, was an integral part of radio and race calling here, and he was more than that because he featured in the breakfast show with Tony Barber and other people that did breakfast, Peter Byrne, through the years. And JR, we lost recently, but we'll always remember his first Melbourne Cup.
And now it's Noble Comment taking the lead at the top of the straight. Noble Comment is the leader. Down the outside, Triumphal March, and Kingston Town with a rattling run, 400 to go. Kingston Town is ranging up on the outside to take the lead from Noble Comment. Mysa Raybon is coming home well down the outside. Astralin, Gurners, Lane and Bianco Lady. Kingston Town in front with about 200 metres left to go from Noble Comment. Mysa Raybon coming home strongly on the outside. Kingston Town, Port Carly, and Gurners Lane on the inside might beat them all. Gurners Lane has got up to win the cup. He came through to beat Kingston Town and neck. Noble Comment third, fourth,
Nice
Yes,
to Raymond.
just when you thought that Kingston Town was going to win a Melbourne Cup, Gurner's Lane got up the inside and took it, and is best remembered, of course, for winning the Caulfield and Melbourne Cups double in 1982, and not many have been able to do the two. Jeff Murphy was the trainer. He was sired by Sir Tristram back in his day. A good texter has just reminded me of a voice of this station. Simply letters. JV. John Vertigan, who lives down on the Mornington Peninsula, and he was in for our 100th birthday celebrations here at RSN's new headquarters. That we've been here for a good couple of years now, but we had a celebratory morning out the big back here of Racing Victoria, and JV came up and he really enjoyed his morning. And now, of course, he's got a son, John Vertigan, that works down at Warrnambool for Ace Radio. So the love of radio has flowed from a proud father, John Vertigan, to his son. But I will say the voice of John Vertigan when he was on 3UZ and on Sport 927 before retiring, you knew it. You knew the facts when JV was a part of the racing afternoon. Now, we've got Sale in 2 minutes. That gives us time to play one of the best. There were three callers that called the 1986 Cox Plate, and each of them walked away from the broadcast box that day. They'd done a terrific call, and then they heard this one.
Our Waverley Star will want to be far up. Here's Bone Crusher. He's pulled into the outside, shooting around them, and our Waverley Star's going with it. Aberidi at the head of the others with Drought, Dinky Flyer, the Filbert and Tristram. Here come the New Zealanders, our Waverley Star and Bone Crusher. They've raced to the lead. 600 out. Have they gone too early? 2 lengths to Drought, running up to third from Society Bay. They were followed then by Drawn with the others, Dinky Flyer. But our Waverley Star, he got a half length to Bone Crusher. He's gone for the Bone Crusher. 3 lengths to Drought, followed then by Dinky Flyer and Drawn. But the two great New Zealanders have come away on the turn. Our Waverley Star, a half length Bone Crusher. The big red won't give in. Drought running on. Crusher responds to the whip. The roars of the crowd. He races up to our Waverley Star. 100 out. Bone Crusher, our Waverley Star. Stride for stride. Nothing in it. Our Waverley Star, the round Bone Crusher, the outside. And Bone Crusher races into equine immortality. $1.5 million as he photo finishes our Waverley Star. Third is the Filbert, followed by Drought. Next is Dandy Andy.
Yeah, they've got it all out. He was done, Bill Collins, and then he gets out one of the famous lines ever called in a race. Bill Collins calling the Cox Plate of 1986, and I will say that Greg Miles and Bruce McAvaney got outside the box there and thought, geez, we've done it. I'm really great. We got through. And then they heard Bill's and thought, God, jeez, maybe we weren't that good. It was one of those classic calls from the accurate one.